Hello and welcome to my channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. Today I want to talk about possibilities of healing from whatever ails you, but specifically going to be about lupus today, but that could apply to any other issues you may have. I wanted to just mention that it's important when you are on a path to health and wellness that is improved and improving. It is possible to separate yourself from those people and habits of the past. So you may have been hanging out with your friends for many years, but they have habits that don't serve your current state, even your state of mind. If you are on a path to health and wellness, you have to drop those of your friends who have been made aware over the course of months into even years. And if you continue to be friends with them, but whenever you meet them and see them, they are into the same old habits and without even appearing to try to break those chains, then you have to decide on your own to sever those ties, because the illness, it's especially more difficult in the winter months when we have lack of sun and it's very cold and dreary and drab and depressing. So that's when you can even spend more time alone without having to be apologetic. You see, you don't, especially now, COVID and social distancing, and you're bubbling and all of that. So you don't really want to go mix and mingle. This is a perfect time to heal your life, to heal yourself. What is required for healing, I found in my own experience, is detoxification. Detoxification means you eliminate all of those toxic things that you were taking into your system. In my case, I chose to detoxify with herbs. Various herbs. I make a tonic. I make a tonic the beginning of the week. And as the week progresses, the tonic becomes weaker and weaker because I'm adding water to it, because when it's first made, it's very potent. I don't want to be drinking that potency for the entire week and to continue doing that, which is why I like the graduation of the strength of that tonic. And so I can tell you the herbs that I use, but I also follow as strict as possible with the plant-based, so that at least half of my food, half of my plate is plant-based, and probably sometimes even more than half. Raw food is also very important. And when I want to detoxify, I don't consume meat or fish. And I actually don't consume very much meat to begin with, but maybe once a month or so, I may have some kind of meat in some form. And definitely at least once, maybe twice a week, I like to have some fish. If I don't have those items, somehow I feel weak. So I don't like this feeling of being weak. So I eat those things, like chicken liver, or I don't like chicken anymore, but I did find my mama is a really good butcher, and she got chicken last time, and wow, I was really impressed. You season it well and you cook it. But again, I don't eat much of it. It's almost like it's the flavoring of the sauce that it's cooked in or something like that. But I don't completely eliminate meat or fish from my meal plan unless if I decide I'm going to be detoxifying. Detoxification is like I seem unable to do the fasting. Most of my friends are into heavy duty fasting, where they will go, oh my God, I don't even want to say, they go over 40 days. They go into another month of fasting, and I can't. I've tried it, and I'm only going by what works for me, fasting. I've had a history of being anemic, and so fasting is for those people who have been healthier and stronger than me. And I love my food anyway. So, but what I'm eating, like I said, a lot of leafy greens. Leafy greens are important. Every day I have to have, whether it's dandelion greens, rapini, collard greens, Swiss chard, and even bok choy, lettuce. And so I like to have that. It just makes me feel, okra figures prominently in my diet. What is important to have is the sun. The sun makes a big difference in my outlook on my day, my life. I find that without the sun, I have pain and I feel depressed. With the sun, it's very different. I'm active. I am pain-free. I am lively. I'm happy. Another important thing to consider is stress levels in your life. If you have an autoimmune condition like lupus, for instance, stress will cause a flare-up. Stress in your life will literally make you sick. So try to not expose yourself to people or situations in which you will find yourself to be under high stress, because you will definitely fall ill. Something else I did that helped me feel a lot better, I suspected, because I fell off the wagon and I was doing stuff like eating. I was having cravings, mad sugar cravings. So I'd have like a dozen cookies. I'd bake a cake and eat the whole cake, even if I'm trying to bake better, but since this whole COVID and I'm not able to travel as I was traveling in the past to go to a particular part of the city where I would buy these things like spelt flour and other ingredients for my plant-based meals. I've had to change that. So now I have my food delivered, and I have not arranged for delivery from that place I used to go to, because it's quite a distance and I don't know that they will deliver to my current location. So I try to make do with what I have. And the cleanse. So I was feeling at night I would feel some activity around my butt. Like I would swear by what I was feeling, the sensation. I was convinced that I had parasites. And I was terrified. And I will not get the regular, worm medicine. I have had a nightmare with worm medicine as a child, and I will never take such things again from a pharmacy. So I decided to go the natural way, and I found that it worked, because whatever I used to feel around my booty hole at night, which is kind of like, what did I feel something just move? Like, it's itchy. Why is it itchy? I have washed, I am clean. So I started to consider it may be the parasites. And of course I used to eat sushi a lot, but the grade of sushi in Toronto has gone down. It's so disgustingly low. I don't think it's safe to eat sushi in my city anymore. And many other people are complaining about sushi. I love sushi, but I can't eat it. And I was concerned with how much parasitic stuff, little maybe larvae or something was in the sushi, in the sashimi, and I may have consumed it and it got into my system, and that may help contribute to those symptoms I felt at night. And I don't want to feel that. So what I did, I started to buy and eat raw pumpkin seeds, and I would eat pumpkin seeds. Then I would buy a couple of pawpaws every week, and I would eat half a pawpaw every other day, and the seeds from the pawpaw, I would make it into a smoothie. Not just the pawpaw seeds, but I would add the pawpaw seeds to a smoothie because I don't like the taste of the pawpaw seeds. They're kind of peppery, but not for me in the best way, not for me, for my taste. So I would drink that, which is also helps in the elimination of parasites. The pawpaw seeds, the pumpkin seeds, parasites don't like that. So I also had wormwood. I think it's called mugwort. And with black walnut shells as well, you make a tea, you drink that. I didn't do it because I got the wormwood and then I got the walnut shells. And when I was going to make the tea, I like to inspect everything up close. When I inspected the walnut shells, I noticed what looked like a couple of old dead larvae on the walnut shells, and I was so grossed out because I'm trying to like eliminate parasites, and for me to see kind of wormy looking stuff, so the walnut shell's still sitting there, and I don't think I will, even if I wash or rinse the hell out of it, I don't want to use it. Just the fact that they have that stuff, like people have said they have walnut tree in their yard, and yeah, they have larvae in the walnuts. I am really terrified of things like worms and snakes and crawly things. So I used to eat I used to love something called monkfish. Monkfish kind of reminds me of lobster meat. Monkfish is a very nice tasting fish, but unfortunately monkfish, I believe, is a scavenger, and I think it skims the bottom of the bottom of the ocean and gets a lot of parasites that way inside of this fish. Monkfish is a very big, very ugly looking fish, but such sweet, nice meat. Like I said, it's like lobster meat. So one day we washed the meat and the fish very well, of course, and seasoned it with all the regular, vinegar and lemon juice and garlic, onions and peppers, thyme, and all of this stuff Caribbean people use to season fish. We seasoned it, and I was gonna pan fry that day. And as I was going to get the piece of fish, I saw a thing like, what? A pink worm, kind of doing a cobra style move, trying to get away from the bowl. And I realized, well, I guess all the seasoning is kind of irritating this worm, and had we not seasoned the fish, we would not have seen the worm. But the whole batch of fish was thrown away. I refused to eat. So ever since I saw that, I have not eaten any more fish like that. And I wonder, in the past, had I possibly not eaten this fish and perhaps eaten this kind of worm as well? Is a possibility. And then I start to think about all the sushi I've consumed, and I just start to feel so sick and disgusted. And I feel, and the way, the patterns of certain times I have cravings, mad cravings for particular things, the cookies and such, the sugar. And I'm like, and I was told that's your parasite dictating to you what you must eat next. Your parasite wants to be fed. Your parasites want those treats. And at first I would eat them because it's a craving. Then I had to fight the craving, and I became victorious in that, because I just didn't want that stuff. I didn't want that activity around my booty at night, and it's gross. The whole thought of it. They said, if you have a little child, you can look at their butt at night, and you can actually see little worm. A parent said that. She said they were looking because the child had something wrong, and they checked the child's anus with a flashlight at night, and they saw a worm crawl out of the child's booty and then crawl back in. Once I heard that, I had to eliminate whatever it was I didn't see, but I could feel, because I don't have no mama looking around my booty, and I don't think I would be able to be open to that anyway. But the sensation was there, and that to me was proof enough. So I was consuming for 2 months It started with 2 weeks, and then I continued, because by then I got used to, the pumpkin seeds, that I could actually even enjoy them, and even the pawpaw seeds. I would drink the smoothie containing the pawpaw seeds, and I try to do it, with empty stomach. I try to do it towards, maybe an hour before bed, so that I would not be eating and drinking. It would just do its thing. So I have noticed in the past week, 2 weeks, I have not had any such sensations around my booty. So I think I know there are different foods and different herbs will eliminate different parasites. There are so many different kinds of worms in us, but the ones that were disturbing me the most, that I could feel, I seem to have eliminated them, or I don't know, maybe I starved them. They're not bugging me anymore, and I'm not having these cravings. And if I have cravings for something sweet, I will have some fruit as opposed to some baked goods that are actually not so good. So I learned that my friends, all of my friends, especially, and most of them have health issues. The majority of them, white friends, black friends, men, women, they have health issues. They're living with their health issues. They see that I want to heal myself, and they're not ready. So instead of pushing them, because I tried to influence, and they are not interested. They are not interested, I believe, because they have not found a way to give up alcohol consumption, and they have not found a way to give up their drugs. They love getting high, they love getting drunk, and when you're drunk and high, the last thing on your mind is your health and wellness. You want to party, you want to have a good time, you want to get drunk. Well, I had to stop that, because getting drunk meant me being sick, and I don't want to be sick anymore. I want to heal. So I gravitate towards those people who are on the same path, or at the very least are trying. And people will lie to you and tell you that they want to change. They don't want to change. So it is best that you do it on your own and by yourself, because there's no need sharing your treatment with people who are only going to, drink the tonic in the morning and then go off and be consuming bad things throughout the rest of the day and into the night. That means your tonic and herbs that they've taken in the morning would have been a waste. But you can introduce them to things, but you can tell if somebody is taking the tonic and adding sugar to it. First of all, I don't consume sugar, and I used to have, like dates or even honey. I had to stop that, because I learned to accept the bitter taste, and now I actually enjoy bitter things, which is why I now enjoy dandelion greens. Physical activity is also important. It is important to move your body. That helps so much in eliminating the physical pain, your backache and your this ache, that ache, muscle pain, joint pain. I don't know what those things are anymore. Inflammation, arthritis, symptoms, all banished. Also, I have my water with sea moss, that is sourced, Canadian sourced sea moss. I have with my key lime, or I make my own apple cider vinegar. So, people who are into making such things, as instead of buying apple cider vinegar, it's so easy to making your own. And, that's what I'm gravitating towards. And those are the people that I will be having with me on my path to improved health and wellness. Thank you. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm. I'm feeling great today. The sun is shining. I am thankful. Thank you, and please like and subscribe.